Okay, in this question, you're asked to find A, B, C, D, and D, okay? So A is here, B is here, C is here, D is here. Now, how do you find A, B, C, D? There are two methods to find A, B, C, D. The first one is a substitution method. What is a substitution method? Substitution method is a very powerful method where, because you want to find A, B, C, and D, right? So you don't need the X. The X, in fact, is getting in your way because it's an unknown. So you have to get rid of the X. Okay. So if you look at this is 3 terms multiplied together. In fact, this is like one whole term. Okay. But this is like 1, 2, 3 things multiplied together. This one also 3 things multiplied together. This one is 1, 2, 3 things multiplied together, right? Okay, so this question is complicated because we have so many unknowns. But it'd be good if you can get rid of some unknowns, and that's what we are doing here when we do substitution. If I let x equals to 2, okay, x equal to 2, I put here, this will not be 0. That means I can have some a value. Alright, meaning if I were to sub in 2 here, okay, must put the bracket whenever you replace the x with 2. You may want to try this first before you check my answer, because most of the time you will make mistake if you try it yourself. So you need to know where you've gone wrong, and from there you learn from your mistake. Okay, so you see, when I sub in 2, replace the x with 2, this will disappear because 2 minus 2 is 0. Alright, then 0 times anything is 0. So this one will disappear, and when I put 2 here, this is also gone. Okay, no need to show all this. So you just need to show this, and then you calculate correctly using calculator, and then you get this, and you get the answer as 3. So that's how you use this substitution method to find the value of A, okay, which is minus 3. Now, after you have found this A value, are you able to move on to find the rest? Okay, meaning to say now A, I know that it's minus 3 already. I don't call it A anymore. Alright, so your job now is to find B and C and D. Okay, just now we let x be equals to 2, right? So that is something that is what we should remember. Now, if I now let x be minus 2, this thing will disappear again. This thing won't disappear, okay, but this will disappear because minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So this will disappear also, leaving only B. Okay, so you do the same thing. You sub in 2, and please put brackets. You must put brackets whenever you replace, otherwise you will make mistake in the exam. Okay, so minus 2 square, and then minus 2, and then you press your calculator carefully, don't make any mistake. Normally it's a very nice number, okay, normally. Okay, then you put minus 2 here, you will get B, then 2, then minus 2 square plus 1. Okay, be very careful here because there's a bracket here, and there's a close bracket here, and then you will get this, and then you can get the second B. Alright, so that's what you have for A and B. Alright, and now that you know B is 2, put 2 here. B is no longer unknown, meaning your unknowns are just C and D. Your job is to find this now. Now, you have substituted 2 just now to get rid of this, and then this whole thing gone, right? And then you substituted minus 2 to get rid of this, and this whole thing gone again. Alright, but now you cannot get rid of this anymore. You have to find C and D, right? So your C and D has to stay here. And what is the next thing that you can do? You can substitute, wait, x equals 0 here. Why 0? Because you can see that the c is multiplied by x here. So if I let x be 0, this c will disappear, leaving only d. And because I know all the rest, so you see what I do, right, is I know all this. I know all this already. So I can just sub in. Okay, so on the left hand side, right, all this will be gone, leaving only minus 10. Okay, and when I sub in, this is minus 3. Okay, wait. This is minus 10, right? And then this is minus 3. X is 0, so 2. So can you see that when you sub x equals to 0, right, you get rid of a lot of things, leaving only these numbers. Okay, and for this part here, you will get this. Okay, and then when you simplify, you will get this. And then when you finally work out, you will find that d is 0. Then you ask me, d can be 0? Yes, d can be 0. In fact, a, b, c, d, either one of them can be 0 depending on what you are given here. Okay, so don't be surprised to see it being 0. Okay, now we have found a, b, d already. How do we find c? Can we sub another value? We can sub another value. Okay, so you can use substitution all the way. Alright, and then you do the same thing because all this you know already. Okay, then you do the same old thing. Sub x equals to 1 into here on the left side. Then on the right side, all those things that you know, right, you sub in. You can immediately write 3 if you are very sure that your mental calculation is correct. But if you are not sure, then you press calculator. Just now we found that d is 0 already, right? So now this is just c times 1 is just c, and then this is minus 1, 3. Okay, then when you work it out, you will get this, and you can do the rest to get your c. Okay, so this is the substitution method. Now if you don't want to do the substitution method, you can do the compare coefficient method, but it's a lot more, I would say, tedious, because you have to expand. You have to expand. For example, this, right? In order to get the x cubed term, you have to expand. So this times this times this will give you x cubed. This times this will give you x cubed. This times this will give you x cubed. Alright, so it's a lot more work. Okay, but you can use a combination of substitution and this compare coefficient method. For example, for this last c, if I want to, right, I can do it like what I just did, but you have to be very good in your algebra. Like you see what I did just now. I told you this times this is cube, right? A times x times 2x cubed. So that means 2a. Okay, so if I were to compare coefficient, I will get on the left side is 2, right? There, down here is 2. On the right side is actually 2a, but my a is minus 3, so it's actually like that. Okay, then can you see my b here? B times x times 2x squared will be 2bx cubed, right? So it's 2b. B is 2. Okay, and then for c, I can see that this times this is cx cubed, right? So this is plus C. Okay, then when I work this out, I will get 2 minus 6 plus 4, right? Then I'll get C equals to 4, which is the same as this. Okay, but as you can see, you can use substitution all the way. The trick is this. Let me just repeat what is the crucial thing for substitution method. The whole idea is to get rid of, you see, this is x minus 2, right? If I can get rid of this, meaning make this 0, this whole thing be 0, and then the x minus 2 here be 0. That means when x equal to these 2 disappear, then you can find this one. Okay, then you slowly, x equal to, then x equal minus 2, then x equal 0, and when you run out of x equals 0, these are very convenient numbers. Then you run out of numbers already, I can choose x equals 1. Okay, so you choose simple numbers. Alright, so that's the whole idea about compare coefficient method. The substitution method. Alright, compare coefficient, you have to expand. Okay, so you have to be very careful with algebra. Alright.